Link it in the right places. Okay. Use those this time. Okay. I realize I forgot to get a drink, so we'll be back in just a second. Okay. Let me move it around. Okay. Quick recap. Last time, the case of Will Powers and the murder of Jack Hammer. Will Powers being the star, or playing the star, Steel Samurai of the show, Steel Samurai, and Jack Hammer playing the evil villain, evil magistrate. Jack Hammer was killed by a spear through the chest. We managed to delay things enough for a day to get suspicion off Will Powers, and also to confirm that there were more people at the scene that the security lady, Old Bag, didn't tell us about. Phew, what a day. This is no time for relaxing, Nick. Say, you think WP's got a chance? I guess that really depends on the people we found out about in today's trial. The director and the producer? Yeah, them. Well, what are we gonna do here then? What are we doing here then? Let's get to the studios. I don't suppose the legal documents have anything new. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is the thought that I have to read all of these now. Alright. No information there, really. What do you think we should do? Huh? Why didn't we do what you just said? We gotta get the scoop on this director and producer. Oh, right. And then there's no point hanging out here. That's what I've been saying! Let's get to the studios, pronto! Don't have enough information to make a case yet. That's exactly the same thing you said yesterday. Just admit it. You don't have a clue what happened. There's not enough information. And she's not wrong. Let's see, what was our evidence? We had the broken spear, because it was fixed with duct tape. I wish I had my own samurai spear. You'd be my own personal pincushion, Nick. Me? Why me? Yeah, we had card key, the autopsy, the photo of someone in the Steel Samurai costume, but who knows who it actually was. Alright, let's go talk to WP. Oh, Mr. Wright, thank you for earlier. Not at all. We got lucky, to tell the truth. You can say that again. Let's not. So, WP, do you have any leads that might get us going in the right direction? Sorry, but no. Be sure to tell us anything that comes to mind, no matter how small. We can't rely on getting lucky again tomorrow. Yes. He sniffs too much. I sniff too much, but he's doing it from, like, sadness. Do, fanboys sneak onto the studios often? No, not that I know of. That security lady's pretty strict with them. But in today's testimony, didn't she say that they were often hanging around? The kids really, really love the Steel Samurai. They sneak past when she's not looking, I guess. Was the director present at the morning run-through? Yes, he was. He was directing how the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate should move. Why didn't you tell us that before? Well, just the studio asked us to keep quiet. That has nothing to do with this. I hate to repeat myself, but Nick here is a newbie lawyer, fresh off the bar. When he loses, he's going to lose big. I see. Whose side is she on? You aren't hiding anything else from us, are you? No, I sure hope not. I'm gonna show him the spear. Regarding the murder weapon. Yes? Is it heavy, that spear? It's pretty hefty, yeah. I don't think the average person would be able to swing it around effectively. And that's the spear that broke or something during the morning run-through? Oh yes, I goofed on a round kick, you see. I broke the spear. The security lady fixed it for me right away, though. With the duct tape, we heard. I don't really need to ask about anything else as far as I know. So, back to the studio. No one's here. Right, now that they have Miss Oldbag in custody, I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her. Hey, in the guard station. Look, she left her donuts. Oh, fuck yeah. What? I wasn't gonna eat them. Oh, fuck that, I would totally eat them. 3 donuts? Hell yeah. Let's see if there's anything in the employee area. Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey. Hi, WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys. Oh? Don't mention it. Is it true they caught the security lady? Oh. Oh. Actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that drain. You mean that one? Wow, what a mess. I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right. Just lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them. Oh? Oh. Well, I'm sure those things happen. Nothing to worry yourself about. You're right. I won't. Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more. If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Oldbag. Right. See you later, then. Good luck with your investigation. I can't believe Oldbag is her name. So, the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today, he came in through that drain? So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry. Hey, Nick. If that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in. Yeah, I think that was the idea. Feel kinda sorry for him, though, don't you? What? You want to rip the grate off? Really, Nick? We can't? Whoa, she's serious? Uh-oh. Go for it, girl. Rip it open. Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken. Yay! You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes. Sometimes. Yeah. There. That should make the kids happy. Things we do. I mean, it was just like a little bit of cardboard or whatever over it. I think the kids would have been fine. There's a half-inch backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably Neo Old Tokyo Castle. Electric-powered motorbikes. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? It makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't people cycle to get exercise? No, they cycle for travel. Come on, dude. The remains of the other day's lunch are scattered around. One was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone. Oh, right, we covered that. Yeah, no T-bone, and the fact that the lunch is still out there means it's got to smell to high heaven. Doesn't seem to be anything else, though. So, time to move on to this... Oh, right, dressing room. See if anything changed in here. I doubt it, but might as well check. This is where the Steel Samurai costume was on the day of the murder. That's what Mr. Power says, at least. I guess they snuck in and took it while he was sleeping. But Nick, what if Mr. Powers hadn't been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning on doing then. Huh. She's got a point. Can I examine that bag? Mr. Power's bag! I wonder what's inside. Hey! Supermarket tabloids? Wow, I'm shocked. Oh yeah, leave those alone. Wolfmen found on Mars? I'll have to buy that issue. Oh, Phoenix. Yeah, we looked at those. I think the bag was the only thing we hadn't actually looked at. Yeah, sleeping here. Okay. Nothing else seems to have changed, but I hadn't examined the bag before. Oh, hello. Oh-ho! You look a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing. Actually, since you're here... So, how are the studios doing? There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. They want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch plates from the day of the murder. You mean those plates with the steak bones left over on them in the employee area? Yeah. Can you believe it? No, not really. That's really gross. Do kids sneak in here a lot? Well, I don't think there's that many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. He's always gawking at the sets, or snapping pictures. Well, Oldbag doesn't really recognize anyone except, like, the higher-ups, so she might think a lot of kids are just... Or, one kid is just a lot of kids. You should see old Windbag's eyes flash when she sees him. She has a bit of trouble catching him, though. I heard something at the trial today. They said that the director and producer were here the day of the murder. Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So they were trying to protect the director? More the producer, really. The producer's our real star here. She saved these studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for that producer. Producer, huh? Let's see. Hey, Nick. Looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion at today's trial. So, Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? It was down that path with the fallen tree, right? Yeah, I think that's what they said. Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today. Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out. I don't see anything else changed here. Really weird statue in the background. Let's see. Inside Studio 1, outside Studio 2. Check Studio 1 real quick, just see if anything's changed. I don't really want to be in here. Yeah, it is a murder scene. I want to go someplace else, Nick. Alright, nothing else seems to have changed here, so... This place is deserted. Eek! Nick! What was that noise? It sounded like it came from inside the trailer. Someone must be inside. Hello? No answer. Oh, it's not a spirit box ghost. It's okay. Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick. Let's go in. I'm not sure we should be barging in. Huh? It's locked. What? Don't we have a key? No, but there's probably one at the guard station at the main gate. What are we waiting for? Let's borrow it. If they'll let us. Examine things real quick. On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. Well, because it's not a trailer, it's a cabin. The trailer door is locked. The key is probably in the security guard station. Doubt they'd let us borrow it. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. We're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Hey, one of these is bent. Don't seem to be able to comment on it, but... These look like materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard. I mean, why didn't, like, Maya hang around and, like, so someone could keep an eye, or Phoenix send Maya to get the key? Huh? Looks like it's been turned off for the day. Oh, it's been turned off for the day? Well, then we're not going to get a picture of whoever it is. Security guard station. Let's see if the computer that runs the circuit. Oh, please don't touch anything in there. The security lady would knock the stuffing out of me if she knew. Really want the key to that trailer. Maybe next time. Next time, Nick? What do you mean? Yeah, I got a card key. Wow, they gave a lawyer one of the card keys? Well, I'm sort of borrowing it. I see. You better be careful not to lose that. They're very strict about those card keys here. Guess I'm pretty good about keeping these out of outsiders' hands. Thanks, I'll be careful. Hey, could you... I'm gonna wave this spirit at you. Could you give me that key? Say, you work with the props, right? About that murder weapon. You mean the samurai spear? Yeah, it's a prop, but it's still pretty heavy. I hate having to carry that thing around. So, you'd have to be pretty strong to use as a weapon, it sounds. Why is Mr. Powers the only one I can think of? Yeah, that's a guide map. Did you take a look at this? That's Mr. Powers. Why is he dragging his leg like that? What is this, anyway? Looks like she didn't know about this photo, or the injury that morning. Never mind. Not really, okay. Can you give me the key, please? Studio van. Okay, it's weird. Hey, Will, can I get the key to that studio, that cabin? No? Okay. Was there something I missed? I think there was, but... It's like 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they eat T-bone steaks too. What is it with steaks around here? Hey, there's always room for steak. But something does seem out of place. What? I don't know, it just feels odd. I mean, the lack of T-bones? A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine. Well, let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? But look, I have this. Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick? I mean, it is a shiny badge. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. No clues here. There's a big 2 painted here. Probably because this is Studio 2? Probably. It doesn't look like anything like a studio. Yeah, we looked at that. The trailer door, it's locked. See anything. Let me see if I can get a better look at that, that bent fence. Which is really, really sharp. I don't know, it's also really fancy. Yeah, we looked at the flowers. Okay, well... Just start checking everything to make sure I didn't miss anything. Took 2 pictures on the day of the murder before the actual time of death. One of them was a steel samurai, the other was a grade school boy. Doesn't seem to be switched on today. In the trial, they said Studio 2 was down this path. The monkey head is in the way, but we should be able to get by without a problem. This monkey head is real heavy. Well, it did knock that tree over when it fell. Both of these, the monkey head and the tree, fell the day of the murder, didn't they? Yeah, that's what Detective Gumshoe said. What's that bench doing there? That looks suspicious. Oh yeah, we looked at that. But I am still young. He's in his 20s, like, that is pretty young. And the bag is still nothing. Look, a ladder. Yeah, we looked at the ladder. Step ladder. And that's when the assistant showed up the first time. Yep. Nothing seems to have changed here. Yep. I wanted to look at the backdrop. Looks like a backdrop for a stage. This must be used in the Steel Samurai show. Of course, that's the mountain, Neo Fujiyama. Doesn't the Steel Samurai take place in Old Tokyo? Can you even see Mount Fuji from there? Not Old Tokyo, Nick. Neo Old Tokyo. Old New York was once New Amsterdam. So, hey, you, gonna give me that key yet? No, nothing. Oop. Get the cursor resets where it is. An overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the employee area, to the left is the actual film studios. Main entrance to the studios. They probably have a police officer on patrol out there. No, apparently not. Look at the computer. Security guard station. Yeah, we can't get in there. Okay. I've shown her stuff. Doesn't seem to work. I might need to go to the law offices. The drain grate is off, and I know who did it. Now the kids will be able to come in again. Doesn't it make you feel great to do a good deed like that? Must be nice to live so guilt-free. I don't see anything. Bikes. Oh. Yeah, there's nothing else out here. I'm gonna go back to the office, see if that changes anything. Apparently not. I'm missing something extremely obvious, and I don't know what it is. Hey, have you seen my shiny badge? I'm pretty sure you have, but... yeah. Autopsy report. What am I missing? What am I missing? I went to Studio 1, and, you know, outside it, I looked around Studio 2 as much as I could, but I can't do anything unless I get in Studio 2. Let's see, is there... yeah, it's just guard outpost, van, gate, map, computer. It shouldn't be giving me such an issue, I'm pretty sure. I'm bad at it. Okay, so we got the van, we got the incinerator, we got the food on the table, we got the gate over here, but we can't look at that. We got number 2. Got that number 2. I was hoping I could look at the windows, but no. I've looked at the sets. I've talked to Will. Yeah, I'll check the dressing room, see if there was anything in there. Yeah, nothing had seemed to change in there, but... What the fuck? Oh, God, please no. Oh. Wait, you first. Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me.
Whatever, lamers.
I'm gonna try and say that's the nerdiest voice I can.
How can you not know the great Salmonella? I made Talit's show, The Steel Samurai. Mine, RTFC.
Really? You're the Salmonella? Oh my God, please no. I'm so sorry, you look so... sorry.
No, quite alright, really. It's fine, Raffle.
God. No. What is it?
You know, on closer inspection. Yeah, hot. Do you do a lot of cosplay? Cause that costume rock soars.
I haven't heard rock soars in, like, decades. Like, I was a kid when that was a thing. Rock soars? What? Hey, you're drooling.
Huh? Lol, buffer overrun. You've triggered my creative powers. Yes, it's coming to me. Pink Princess. The sequel to The Steel Samurai, Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo. Raffle, Lamau.
Pink Princess? Why's it gotta be Little Old Tokyo? Why can't it have a cool name, like Neo Old Tokyo? We really need to talk about cool. I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to him at all. Even a little bit. Did you notice anything unusual about the day of the murder?
Oh, I know who you dudes are. That security lady told you about us, huh?
That's right.
It was a pretty regular day. We had a run-through for an action scene in the morning. Then a meeting for lunchtime in the Studio 2 trailer. I was so busy, I didn't even get a chance to eat lunch. Frowny face. Or unhappy face.
A T-bone steak, was it?
Yeah, sucksers. I hate missing out on food.
Nick, what does sucksores mean? No idea.
Anyway, I was in a meeting from noon until 4 p.m. with the producer and some bigwigs from the network.
Mr. Hammer's time of death was estimated at 2:30 p.m. He's telling the truth. That meeting gives him an alibi. Oh boy. About the time the producer, who was at the meeting with you...
Oh, you mean De Vasquez? She's a genius. Mad skills, all the way. Scary though, sweats. She brought these studios back from the brink of destruction. She's the one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Samurai.
You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right?
Yeah, we were together from noon to 4 p.m. the whole time.
Who exactly are these bigwigs people keep mentioning?
Oh, the boss over there at the network and some sponsors. Also a few production guys. They piled into a limousine and got here right around noon. Major tension, sweats.
Were all of them with you the entire time?
Yeah, unfortunately. They're all gray-haired geezers still.
Sound like they'd all be reliable witnesses. Hey, look at this shit that I got.
I try not to pay much attention to things that don't interest me, lol.
Why are you staring at me like that? Please, God.
This is WP, right?
How do you know?
Well, look, he's obviously dragging his foot.
How do you know about the foot? Alright, the director would know about the injury. He was there. Okay, yeah, gross. Okay. Is there anything different about the room? Nothing seems to have changed, so I'm gonna get out of here. Fuck you, dude. Hey, Penny, can you rescue me? Oh god, you're back. I'm just surrounded by awful.
Aha! You again. Eek! How rude, acting like you've seen a ghost.
You certainly got back to your post quick.
Oh, the police took me away, they did. They pulled out a spare Steel Samurai costume. Told me to put it on. Can you imagine? How could I, a sweet little old lady, wear a giant suit like that? Mr. Powers is pretty tall. As soon as they saw there was no way I could wear it, they let me go.
I guess that would rule out her being the murderer.
Anyway, know this, whippersnapper. This old lady never forgets a slight or insult, and you won't get any information out of me. My lips are sealed.
You sure are talking a lot for someone with sealed lips.
Starting now. 1, 2, 3.
This lady's too much. About that kid you said you saw.
If I see him again, I'm taking him down.
Ah, you spoke.
Nick,
Look at her eyes. She's serious. About the director, the one who was here on the day of the murder.
if I see him again, I'm taking him down.
Nick, I think she's losing it. Yeah, she seems to be hyperventilating. Hey, can you give us that key?
Hey, no touching.
I guess I better investigate there later. Well, this was later, but I guess not later enough. Okay, well, director's on set for some reason. Don't know why he was in the dressing room. Let's see if anything's changed here. Nothing. Okay. Alright, well then, Penny's gone somewhere, so check Studio 1. Oh. Don't know if there was something I missed with the director. I'm gonna talk to Will for a sec. Nope. Actually, just checking, just making sure. Hey! Hey, wait! Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it when games do that, where it's like, okay, I just passed through this area. I had to come back to the area after I passed through it. I'll bet he came in right through that drain. Hey, kiddio, what's your name, sport? I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that. Huh? But you are a kid. What a rude little brat. That's no way to talk to an adult. You're not an adult, you're a teen. I don't see no adults here, hippie fashion chick. Hippie fashion? Nick, I think I'm being mocked. Gotta hand it to Maya, she's pretty sharp. And pretty mad. I'm Cody Hackins. Call me Kiddio again, and I'll cut you down where you stand, evildoer. Oh, he's got a bald cap. Get it? Cause it's a cap with a bald cap. So, you're a fan of the Steel Samurai?
How dare you utter that name, evildoer? What do you mean? We're on the Steel Samurai side. Ha ha! Ha ha! You can't fool me. Okay then, what's the last line said by the innkeeper in episode 8? Ah, easy. Like some fries with that? Not bad, kiddio. Watch it.
What are they doing? Oh, you're a fan of something? Name every single line. Say, you heard anything about that incident the other day? You were here, weren't you? Did you see anything?
The Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? But no way am I telling you losers. Wait, let me go.
He just scampered through the drain. He's gone. Huh? Something fell off the table when he bumped into it on his way out. A bottle? Why was this sitting there, I wonder? Was someone poisoned, or did that have like a knockout drug for Will Powers to make him sleep? Anyway, what was that kid saying? He saw everything. Hey, annoying director. Look at this empty bottle. Oh, it does say sleeping pills. Okay. Well. Oh, and he doesn't have anything. I'm gonna go show this to Will. Huh? Where's that old windbag? Odd of her to leave her post.
Hey! Nick, that was her. Stop! Whippersnapper!
Yeah, sounds like she's chasing after that boy.
Natch!
Uh-oh, she tripped. Miles sure looks happy. Hey, but there's nobody here, so... Well, let's get that key.
Hey Nick! Now's our chance. Let's check out the guard station.
Good idea.
Oh! This is it, Nick. The trailer key.
The key to that trailer stayed in Studio 2. We'll be borrowing this, right, Nick? Of course. Fuck the studio. We're a lawyer. We're basically a thief. A thief of legality. Alright. I still need to show the pills to or the bottle to Will, but now I can get in the studio. Or get in that cabin, at least. I wonder if the key we borrowed from the guard station will work. It opened. Great. Let's go, Nick. She seems eager all of a sudden. Well, you first, Nick. Ah, not that eager.
Eek! Someone's in here.
Names.
Our names? We're WP's lawyers, and,
I see.
And who might you be?
De Vasquez, the producer. De Vasquez. She's quite beautiful. Yeah, this looks like a meeting room. Looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They got some figures for how much the set costs. I can't believe they spend that much money on these sets. Samurai Summer starring Jack Hammer. This poster's quite old. Wow, it's been years since I saw that show. It was one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great. Typical summer romance, with a samurai on a horse? I mean, period dramas are a thing. This is where they had that meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered around. Anything in the trash? Nothing here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. Well, what's on the documents? The glass is frosted. I can't see outside. This far into October, the dimming daylight makes it feel like winter's coming. But, well, I mean, it is coming. And this was years before that could be a reference to anything. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. Miss Vasquez? Script. Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. A script? The Steel Samurai, episode 13. I need it. Could we ask you a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. We're getting nowhere fast. We'd really like to ask you about the Steel Samurai. Miss Vasquez, it's on TV every week. That's all I have to say about that. Nick, she's telling us to go watch TV? The nerve of her. Hey, don't get mad at me. About the director, Salmonella, was it? What exactly is his role here? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else. Nick? Are all people in the entertainment business this weird? Oh, she's crying. It's starting to look like it. Nick, let's get out of here. Isn't there someplace else we have to check? Yeah. Wait. Yes? If you see Manila, give him this. Why do we have to do your errands? I don't think I like her. Don't cry. She'll take it as a sign of weakness. Alright, we'll give it to him if we see him. Can I look at that memo? Bring me the script for episode 13. I wonder why the script is so important. I wonder why the script is so important that she's doing it in the middle of a murder trial. Hey, Sal Shit for Brains, you in here? Here, I got this from the producer.
Huh? Bring the script for episode 13. Episode 13. Where did I put that one? I must have left it somewhere. Sweets. Uh-oh. My ass is pwned if I don't find it. Shakes.
Nick? It might be quicker to just look in all the places where he's likely to have been. I agree. Well, I did see something that looked like a script in Studio One, but I was never able to interact with it. See anything over here? I'm gonna go to Studio One just in case, or just because that's my first thought. We're back at the scene of the crime. Let's find what we need and get out of here, Nick. Quick, Nick. Yeah, is this it? Hey, look, that's the chair. The director? Maya, take a look around that chair for me, would you? I remember that script the director was talking about. Didn't he say he'd left it somewhere? Aha! Found it, Nick. The script. Good work. What is the script? 13. Well, we have the script, so back over to Studio 2. We're sprinting around this place. Okay, Miss D. Here, we found it. Your script. Ah. Script handed over. You're not gonna talk to us? Quiet. I'm reading. Just you hold on. What's the big idea? Who do you think you are, anyway? And do you even know who we are? Powers' lawyers? Right. Am I a suspect? No, it's just... well, no, but... You wanted to know about the day of the murder? Yes. Anything you could tell us would be a big help. You know there was a meeting here at noon? Yes, with the director and the people from the network. Correct. Now listen closely. None of the people in this trailer that afternoon went to Studio One. It was impossible for us to leave. Impossible? Why? The path was blocked. The path? Like what, from that tree? On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked? You saw Mr. Monkey here on the way, correct? Mr. Monkey? The monkey with the broken head. Oh right, that. An original name. Its head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. They didn't start moving the head out of the way until after 3. It was after 4 by the time the path was unblocked. Capiche? Everyone in this trailer was stuck here until the path was cleared. Stuck in this trailer, stuck until after 4 o'clock. Hammer died at 2:30. Thus, none of us could have gone to Studio 1. What? It's true. A crane came just after 3 o'clock to move the head. We called some people in to clear the way. I'm sure they'd corroborate my story. But wait, what if the head fell over after 2:30? Then you could have gone to Studio 1. 2:30, the time of death. Very well. Come. That's Mr. Monkey. When it wasn't broken, it announced the time in ooks. 1 ook per hour. Ook, 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 ook. Always with the ooking. Well, it is a monkey, after all. I guess. Check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke. Oh my god. Are we gonna bring the thinker back into this? But the monkey version? Nick, it stopped at 2:15. 2:15? That's right. This path was blocked from 2:15 till after 4. Therefore, we're innocent. Mr. Hammer died in Studio 1 at 2:30. See? Goodbye. Okay, so that rules out the director and the producer and the other nameless people. What do we do, Nick? There isn't anyone besides WP who could have killed Hammer. It's over. We're finished. I'm still willing to bet it might be the assistant. Either that or Old Bag. Just because they said that, like, Old Bag was... They tried to make her wear it, but she was too short. But again, it looks like both legs are dragging to me. It sure doesn't look good. I guess we should head back to the office and plan our strategy. Where did the assistant go, anyway? Now what? We're fresh out of clues. Everyone's alibi is watertight. We don't even have any promising leads. Things are looking pretty grim. Yeah, she was the girl who was having to man the main gate when Old Bag wasn't here. It's a little early for giving up, don't you think? Huh? You've got 1 lead. Oh, Mia, it's you! Oh, I'm glad you can just kind of pop in to your sister like that. What took you so long? Sorry, Phoenix. Maya has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble. Right. Oh, wait, I guess that means we're really in trouble. I'd say so. What did you mean, we have 1 lead? The boy, of course. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? But no way am I telling you, losers. I don't know. He didn't sound like he was going to help us at all. I'm sure you can find some way of bringing him over to your side. Either way, we should get back to the studios. That boy is our last hope, Phoenix. Thanks. Now I'm more worried than I was before. I like how our boss died, but she's still a character. So, what's the best thing to do from here? We need to get to the studio and talk to that boy. So, do you have any ideas about who might have done this? We don't have enough information to make a case yet. I heard that phrase before. So that's where Maya got it from. Hey, Mia, have you seen this? Oh, okay. You know what they say, dead men don't tell tales. You sure are talking enough. So I'm pretty sure that that statement didn't include the fact that a ghost could possess her sister regularly. Oh, is WP out of the picture now? Okay. Oh well. Let's try again another day, Phoenix. I wanted to show him the bottle. You're back. What's wrong? Well, I imagine she was chasing the kid. Whippersnapper. She's been chasing that boy this whole time?
When I catch him,
Sounds like she hasn't had any luck catching him.
I got a hostage now, Whippersnapper.
Hostage? What happened to the boy? If I see him again, I'll...
Lay him flat.
My, what a violent old lady. I like how Maya's makeup also changes. Or I guess I should say Maya gets makeup out of nowhere. Actually, I met with the director just now.
Hey? My heart. It don't feel so good.
Is she okay?
Before I go, I'd like to visit the place where Hammer died.
Oh, Maya is possessed by Mia right now, our boss, who died in the second case. Mia being, you know, a spirit medium, she is able to channel her sister, and when she is channeling her sister, she gains several feet. Her breasts grow larger and exposed for some reason, and she gets Mia's makeup. Why that detail is necessary when she's still a teenager, I don't know, but sure. What's this about a hostage?
When that boy was running away, he dropped this and ran. Huh. He'll come back. For this one.
It's kind of hard to understand her with all this huffing and puffing.
Phoenix, that hostage might be what we need.
Cody might talk to us if we give him that. Good idea. Miss Oldbag, might I—
No! I'm catching that brat if it's the last thing I do.
Phoenix, do you have anything you might trade with her? Trade, huh? I wonder.
Do I? Hey, you want an empty bottle of sleeping pills?
You want Mr. Monkey's head? I'll give you this photo of the head. She's too busy catching her breath to tell me anything. Oh, the trailer key! Miss Oldbag, I'm borrowing this, just so you know. Oh.
Okay. Just be sure to give it back.
She's not as demanding when she's exhausted. Card key?
Hey, that's a card. Studio One?
Right, a card key to Studio One.
I could visit poor Hammer.
Oh yeah, she said she wanted to.
I'd like to visit. He died. I was his fan.
Don't have your own card, Miss Oldbag?
Studio One isn't my turf. You'll let me borrow it then?
If I give her the card key, then I won't be able to get into Studio One. As far as I know, there's reason to go in there at the moment. Sure, go ahead. Why don't you let her borrow it, Phoenix? I'm just gonna let her borrow it. Guess it can't hurt. Here you go, Miss Oldbag. Listen to me, Sonny. I don't like having debts to no whippersnappers. You take this, and we're even. Deal? What's this? A Steel Samurai trading card?
That sneaky kid dropped it. I figured it's pretty important to him, though.
Thank you. I may have a use for this. This must be the hostage she was talking about. Hey, we got cards.
Right, I'm off.
There she goes, hobbling off toward the studio. Oh, employee area. Hey! Hey you! Wait a sec. Phoenix, was that the boy? Yeah, his name's Cody Hackins. I think he ran into the dressing room. Sure to be in here somewhere. Found you. Damn it! He's getting away! Come back! There, he's back. How did she... Hey there. Would you mind helping us out? Please? I'm Cody. Hello, Cody. I'm Mia Fey. Nice to meet you. Yo! And I'm Phoenix Wright. Who asked? Oh, it's one of those kids. Phoenix, you can take it from here. I'm not sure I'm qualified. I'm lacking a few assets. Steel Samurai's so cool. I think he's the bomb. What would a lamer like you know about the Steel Samurai? Hey, watch that attitude. Phoenix, you really shouldn't yell like that. He's only a kid. Yeah, don't yell like I'm only a kid. So, do you know anything about what happened here? Could you tell me, please? I don't know nothing. It's like a little persuasion's necessary. Maybe a bribe? Cody, these look familiar? Hey, you are! You are? Huh? You are. You know, ultra rare? That card's really hard to get. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. I'll give you this if you help me. But that's my card. By offering me something I already own, you're in effect eschewing the very basis of our consumer society, namely the principle of fair trade. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. What do they teach kids in school these days? Quantum physics? I would love to have learned quantum physics. Whatever, I don't need that card. Huh? I got a double. Just keep it. It's yours. What? After I went through all that trouble? If you want to trade, find me a really rare card. Really rare? You mean there's something rarer than ultra rare? Ultra rare premium cards are way rarer than plain ultra rare cards. Come on. Man, for a grown up, you sure are dumb. Premium rare? I feel like we're talking about steaks. Oh boy. It's the proto gotcha. Okay, well I gotta find something, I guess. Well, actually, hey kid, you want a samurai spear? It's kind of broken, but samurai spear. That's totally cool. I wish I had one too. This kid and mine will get along great. Okay, he doesn't want the spear. Hey kid, you want an empty bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I guess I gotta find some other card. Let's see. I can't go to Studio 1, but I can look around the place. Could I get an autograph from Will Powers? Oh, hi. Hello. What brings you here? Oh, well, I had to arrange some stuff. Yes? The, girl with you, doesn't she seem a little different? Like, is she even the same person as before? Nope, she's the same as always. Same as always. Okay, whatever you say. I guess they don't really pay enough attention, or the details are subtle. In their own way. Have you seen that boy since then? Nope. You missed it, though. The security lady was chasing around after the boy so fast I thought she'd collapse. Of course, he got away in the end. Boy, was she mad. Actually, we saw them. How's the old windbag doing? She was squeezing donuts through her clenched fists back at the guard station. Some people take their jobs a little too seriously. I mean, that's pretty much security guards to a T. I've never met a security guard who wasn't, like, incredibly high-strung about their job. Are all the posters on the wall here of Hammer? Yes, it's really a terrible loss for the studios. But his popularity had been waning recently, right? That's true. Then again, after what happened... After what happened? You mean you don't know about Hammer? No, what? I'm sorry. Shouldn't have said anything. No, tell me. Wait, now you have to tell me. What happened with Hammer? I'm sorry. I'm probably not the one who should tell you. Uh-oh. Why do I get the feeling something's being covered up here? Gotta find someone else. Hey, do you have any trading cards? Do you know anything about this? Hey, that's a Steel Samurai trading card. I collect those, actually. I'm one card away from a complete set. Complete set? Yes, a set of one of each card. Huh. Wait. That's it! That's the card I need! You don't know how long I've been looking for it! Huh? I don't care what kind of girl you might think I am, I need that card. Please, I beg you, please trade with me. Trade with you? Yes, trade cards. Look, I'll even trade you an ultra-rare premium card. Trade me a... huh? Yes, it's a good deal for your ultra-rare. Please! Phoenix, can't you see she's desperate? What's everyone getting excited about? Okay. Really? Thanks! Then this is for you. Herb card. Yahoo! And there she goes. Doesn't doing good things like that make you feel great? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Hey, that's what Maya said. Well, Assistant Girl is a massive Steel Samurai fan. Which I guess isn't too surprising, but, you know. Taking a long way back. Kid, come to me. Very valuable. See this card? Yeah, so... Wait, that's it! That's the last ultra rare premium card I need! Come on, give it to me, please! You gotta give it to me! Wow, I've never seen him so eager. Right, okay. Now how about a trade? You're on! I'll give you a samurai spear and throw in an evil magistrate to boot. No, not that kind of trade. I don't want cards, I want information. Huh? You sure? Fine by me. Give herb. Okay, Phoenix. Let's hear what he has to say. If he knows something that could help us, we can have him take the stand tomorrow. Haha, kid. Sucker. You're gonna have to go into court. So, you like the Steel Samurai? He's so cool. I guess? You're judging him by his looks. You have to look at his actions, at his life. Being lectured on life by a grade schooler. You like him too, don't you? Oh, me? Yeah, I love the Steel Samurai. So tell me what your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai is. Well, powers his acting, his kind nature, his fighting skills. Gotta think of something. I like it when he vanquishes his foes. Yeah, Wazam! The Steel Samurai always wins. Always! I had to think of something that a grade schooler would like. I can say that as a grade schooler, I really didn't pay much attention to stuff like kindness. I was there for the flashy Dragon Ball fights. What the? It's all pictures of the Steel Samurai. I go to every live performance. Those stupid publicity stunts where they beat each other up in public? I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Zam! I got them all. I never missed one. Perfect collection. Check it out. My new digital camera. Wow, that's very impressive. The newest model, isn't it? You bet, lady. I just got it for my birthday.
My album has a name. Wanna hear it? The Steel Samurai, Path to Glory. Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Hey, if you want this, you can have it, lady.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, I took these with a digital camera. I got all the data at home, so I can always make another.
Well, then I'm happy to accept. Thank you. Cool, I got a photo album. Once with people, I was giving stuff to Mia. What a life. You were here on the day of the incident, right? Yeah. Did you see anything unusual? Cody? Cody, he needs to know because he's fighting for justice. Isn't that the Steel Samurai's motto? For great justice? You have to help us fight for great justice too. I saw everything. Oh well, we might get some useful information out of him yet. Cody, I need to ask you something very important. What did you see on the day of the incident? I got here that day around 2. I had to come in through the woods out back so that old lady wouldn't see me. I got kinda lost though. I was in there for maybe a half hour or so. Then I finally got to the studio. Hear that? What is it, Cody? The Steel Samurai killed the bad guy. He used his samurai spear, just like always. One shot, one kill. It happened so fast, I got scared. I went home after that. I see. It must have been hard for you. Man, you say those nice things, but it's so obvious you aren't speaking from the heart. Right. Mia? Yes? I think we can say for sure this means the Steel Samurai did it. True enough. And the director has an alibi, so it wasn't him. Indeed. So, the only person left who it could have been is Will Powers. I have to admit, it's kind of a shock. But if you put this boy on the witness stand, your client will be guilty for sure. Let's not call him then. I think that would be wise. Best to leave this one alone. Not so fast, pal. I heard everything. This boy here is a key witness, and he's under police protection starting now. Come on, son. You've got a rendezvous with me down at the precinct. Gumshoe, were you following me around? No, I ain't going. What? Oh, Gumshoe kidnapped a child. That didn't go so well. We're back at 0 leads. And now we have a serious handicap in court. What are we gonna do, Mia? Well, we really need to be going. Don't worry, Phoenix. I'm sure you'll be fine. Whoa. Come to the trial tomorrow, please. I need you there. Phoenix, can I ask you something? Do you really believe that Mr. Powers is innocent? I found the bottle of sleeping pills. Yes, I believe he's innocent. Of course he is. That's all I wanted to hear. Excellent. I'll see you in court then. Great. Thanks, Mia. See you soon. Yeah, I wonder if Maya, well, actually, no, Maya doesn't have memory of this. But does she even notice the time skip? Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right. Mia? Uh-oh. She looks even unhappier. Phoenix? Your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial. Now, this is gonna be easy. Have the bottle. Let me show it to Will. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving that they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if that producer is going to come out. The prosecution calls Mr. Sal Manila to the stand. Oh, please. Or that director. Oh, he's so nerdy. Will the witness state his name and profession?
How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai noob, Rovel. Salmonella. I'm a director. Television.
Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of the day. Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. Alright.
I was at the studio from around 9 o'clock that morning. During the morning, I was doing, an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch at the employee area, but I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4 o'clock. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it.
The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., and according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. He was at the studios from around 9 that morning. Well, I guess it's time to start the press train. Is that when you always come into work?
Oh no, I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way.
Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry.
Still, for what it's worth, or FWIW, I was pretty busy all day, sad face.
Tell us more about that.
During the morning, I was doing, an action scene run-through.
I love Phoenix just saying hold it at every sentence. You know, it's like, I went to the bathroom. Hold it! Where was that bathroom? In the employee area?
That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate.
Was anyone else at the run-through?
Oh, yeah. That security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. Lol. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it.
She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else?
Nope, just us four.
What about the assistant lady? But she was messing with the props at the time, I think.
It took a lot more time than I thought it would.
Why did it go on so long?
I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this, but WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see?
Oh right, thus the limp.
Which of course led me to missing my lunch, Ruffs.
Ruffs? Rolling on the floor, starving? God, he's such an awful nerd. Ate lunch in the employee area. But now he had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer. So, in the end, you didn't get to eat.
Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it?
But there was steak at the, It looked like there were T-bone steaks at the Studio 2 trailer, too. That must have been tough. Phoenix? Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? Yeah, it does, now that you mention it. Mr. Manila.
What do you mean?
When I went to that trailer, I saw something on the table. There were 2 plates on the table. The same kind of plates as in the employee area. Who ate lunch there?
No, good call, Sweats. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did it after all.
A T-bone steak, you mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later.
Clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspected as much. So when exactly did you eat it?
We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then, Jewel.
A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a sec. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. Meeting until around 4. What were you discussing?
The Steel Samurai Sori and our budget. Get this, the sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manila, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can you believe it?
Actually, I kinda can. So, nobody left the table during the whole meeting. I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs, but you said you didn't take a single break.
Yeah, not one.
What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? Phoenix! Only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Wait a second. Mr. Manila, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break?
Oops, Raffle.
Well? Mr. Manila, what's this all about?
Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break.
Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manila, your testimony, please. Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing.
Yeah, for FWIW, we took a break, Raffle. But it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1, lol. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me, Steams.
I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Not a lot to go on. Yeah, we took a break, Raffle. It was only 15 minutes. What were you doing for those 15 minutes?
Eating my T-bone steak. What else?
There were 2 plates on the trailer table.
Oh, right. The other one was Diva's. D. Vasquez's plate.
D. Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, that's quite a feat. Is that a feat? Like, I'm gonna be honest here. I have demolished steaks in less time than 10 minutes. If you're really hungry, 15 minutes is nothing for a steak. Why is that? Hold it. Hold it. I have to say, you look like a guy who gets through his meals pretty fast.
You calling me fat? Well, I was chewing and facing a cold, slightly chewy T-bone steak. Even I have to take my time eating that kind of food.
Well, Phoenix, that testimony was too short to wring any kind of useful information out of. All you have to do is prove that he was able to go to the Studio 1 in that time. Oh, great. Is that all? Okay, from the beginning. What time exactly did you take this break?
I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45.
2:30? That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. No, but 2:30 is the time of death. And he was eating with the producer, so both of them have an alibi. Let me just make sure. Plus, he would have had to pass. He would have had to gone to the employee area, get the costume, come back. Pass through the gate twice, which he didn't. This is probably wrong, but yeah, the music didn't change, so. Yeah. Yeah, I need to keep pressing him on that. Okay, this is the 2:30 to 2:45. It was only 15 minutes. What were you doing in those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak, what else? 2 plates, yeah, and the other was D. Vasquez. Not time for, I want to say, commit murder. Oh! Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1? Oh, you just noticed him? Oh yeah, no, he's awful. He is so bad. Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1? I claim it and claim it loud. No, nobody from the Studio 1. Don't want to write off so many possible suspects, but I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio in that time. Aha! I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on the thin ice again, but I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Miss Monkeyhead barred the way.
It's actually Mr. Monkey.
At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the statue mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. Somehow, I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. What? It's over? Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They, therefore, have no relation to the case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. We have had that, I'm afraid. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. This is new? Oh, the kid. My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Order. I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for a recess. Now, the assistant brought the steaks. But the camera would have still taken a picture of it, as far as I know. So what do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia? Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. Thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? It kinda seems like everyone's in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it, I guarantee it. Leave it to us, and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai. Hero to children everywhere, after all. Hey, you... Thanks. Okay, Phoenix, this one's for the kids. Let's do it. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Now I'm concerned about this, but I'm gonna toss the kid into the meat grinder anyways. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on. Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. You have donut crates? Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness? What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around. It's the best part. I love it when the witnesses fuck with that Edgeworth. Cody, answer his question, okay?
Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade.
I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, I mean Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present. You were at Global Studios on the day of the incident.
You got a problem with that?
Please tell us what you saw that day.
What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there?
Just, Mr. Edgeworth, I have a very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if we couldn't bring it in. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying he had to bargain terms with a kid, and you lost?
Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I'd bring it with me wherever I'd go.
Phoenix, I wonder if he has that camera on the day of the murder. You'd better make a note of it in the court record. I've never actually been on jury duty. Like, it's something I don't really want to do. I want to know how it goes because I'm curious, but I've also heard it's incredibly boring. Like, my mom's been assigned like 3 or 4 times. My dad hasn't gone either, which is great. Hopefully I can take after him. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident.
I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods, off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kinda lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came about by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home.
Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. And be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. I mean, yeah, this kid could totally beat the shit out of that director we were just talking to. Just once. You really like the Steel Samurai, huh?
Of course I do. I taped every show, and I go to all the live performances.
That's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park?
Of course, duh. My dad always takes me.
Poor dad.
I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day.
Be gentle, Phoenix.
Hold it!
Was that day the first time you'd been to the studio? Actually, I've been a couple times. I never managed to get out there on a rehearsal day. And that security lady's always yelling. Right. Please continue. Chill, Pops. I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk with you cutting me off all the time? Jeez. So he off the path? Yeah. You know how the studios are in a valley there? If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was. See. Anyhow. Just going for the studio. Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio? Unusual? Did you see this monkey by any chance? Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted. So you went straight to the studio? I got kinda lost in the way though, for about 30 minutes. Got lost in the woods? Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, was I relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next? Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. He looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside. I see. What then? He totally rocked. What do you mean by rocked? What sort of bad guy was it? A guy. A person. Kinda tall, skinny. Are you sure it was a guy? I don't know. He was kinda far away. He's being awfully vague. Me is not impressed. What happened to the bad guy? Huh? Well, he kinda didn't move. Not a bit. Like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor. Yes, I suppose he was. Was Hammer already dead, and that's why there wasn't any blood at the scene? If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then? No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time. But you said you did have it all the time. Guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix? Remember, he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna press him on that last bit, because he said he brought his camera everywhere. So why didn't he have it then? Cody, what you just said, well, seems a little strange. Didn't you say that before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh. Was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. I'll explain that. Oh my god, this was when digital cameras were new? Shit. It really has been. It has been 2 decades since this game, like, was set. Like, cell phones weren't really a thing. I mean, they were a thing, but cell phones as we know them now, smartphones, they still had the big receivers back then. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studio. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. Hey, I'm not old. I was a kid back then. Like, I was a kid who didn't even have a DS. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that? Box. So, you did have a camera. And you did use this camera?
Why would I use it? I was too busy watching.
Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching.
Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules.
Is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Man, the judge has a really easy job.
He just kind of sits there, nods off a little bit, and then we have to actually do the work questioning. So, why didn't you use it?
He's getting to that. Relax and listen. I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing. But I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it.
So, you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight?
Yeah, of course.
You didn't turn away, not even once.
No.
Okay, then tell us exactly what happened.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham!
So the bad guy attacked him first.
Yeah.
What sort of person was this bad guy?
I told you, a person. He was a person.
How was he dressed?
I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai.
I see. And what happened next?
Then the bad guy stopped moving.
Why?
Huh? What do you mean, why?
Why wasn't the bad guy moving?
Because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice.
And how exactly did he do that?
How did he do it? With a samurai kick, and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap. Something like that.
He's still being vague about this.
What? Don't give me that look, Pops.
Should I play this? Yeah. If I press too hard now, the judge might keep me from continuing. Sit back and see how the rest of this goes. Okay, I think I need to press on that. Or press harder. What'd you go do after the bad guy fell, Cody?
Actually, the fight was so intense that I kinda got scared. And I went straight home. Something isn't adding up here. Something about his account doesn't seem right.
Phoenix? Doesn't seem right because he's being deliberately vague.
Press him on the facts, Phoenix. Find out what he saw.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, stop moving. Yeah, because he's just saying that the bad guy stopped moving and, you know, a bunch of generic stuff. Cody?
What?
Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action.
Yeah? So what?
Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order? Order. Mr. Wright? How could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital?
Well, that's the thing.
Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer? We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Show evidence. I don't have any. The head? Glory. His camera. That would have fallen after he got there. he couldn't watch it. He was watching something else. Show evidence. None of the evidence really matches up. I'm not quite sure what else he would be watching. No. Just a moment, please. One thing has become quite clear in this boy's testament. He did not believe he was witnessing a murder. He was watching the Steel Samurai fight, like on TV. The more real the fight, the more he would have watched. I have to agree with Mr. Edgeworth. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have another explanation? Why wouldn't you? Oh, okay, I just get to go again. No penalty. It's the climax of the fight, because he was looking at something else. Probably something else. Mr. Wright, explain yourself. What could possibly distract this boy from seeing his idol, the Steel Samurai, fight? What do you claim he was looking at? Come on, think of something. Nothing. Mr. Wright, please refrain from making baseless accusations. Yes, sorry, Your Honor. Do you have another explanation? Well, thank you, Judge, for letting me go best 2 out of 3. Your Honor, I have evidence. Do we? Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Oh. Was it monkey head? That's the only thing I can think of. Here's my proof. Proof? Can I do that again? This doesn't prove anything. Lost your nerve, have you? Very well. Okay, I'm really glad they're giving me a lot of do-overs here, because, I'm doing badly. Okay, we have the photo that says that, he was seen at 2 p.m. He's got the Path to Glory, contains photos. Yeah, the bottle wouldn't matter here. The murder weapon, breaking the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Cody always carries it, though he's still learning how to use it. That could be it. I'm gonna go with the photo, and if this isn't it, I'll go with the, okay, yeah, it wasn't the photo. Okay, so, yeah, it might have been the camera. Oh, okay, it was the camera. Yeah, he was. Yeah, you were right. What's that? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too. Ah, correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. Cody, there was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet, so you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Me, it means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open up in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep. That's all that happened? Yep. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Okay, what do you mean, yup? Yeah, you're right, Pops. Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. Wait, clutches of the villain? So, you did see the beginning of the fight? Yeah. Did you notice anything unusual? I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. Moving strangely? So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened, yep. That's all? Yeah, I told you, I didn't take a picture. I would've, once I got that lens open. Did you really not take a picture? Not even one? Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye? How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Wow. This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. Well, why did you erase them? You erased them? Yeah! Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai, victorious? Well, you know. Why would I want to keep a picture like that? It's becoming less and less cooperative. Better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. Stop calling me Pops. Yeah, I called you Pops, you spiky-haired geezer. I'm in my 20s. Geezer? I'm Mr. Edgeworth, and I guess I'm the bearded gentleman. That's what I hate about grown-ups. You're all so self-conscious. Okay, off with the kid gloves. Testify, witness, testify. Beep. You scare the kid. Take a picture. Why couldn't you take a picture? My new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture. I really tried. I'm not gonna lie, that has been a problem. The lens wouldn't open in time. When the lens opened, what did you see? Well, a person on the ground, and the Steel Samurai. Took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. Let's see. Objection! Cody? What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow up with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got 'em all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Grumble War. Like, you're practically on death's door. If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would have just erased it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Mr. Wright? What exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order? Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. I'm surrounded by olds. No, wait. No way. Phoenix? I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually? Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right, and I'm pretty sure I'm thinking what Phoenix is thinking. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photo he took? Because the Steel Samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way! It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever. Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. That's timely. Order. I will have order. Witness, Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Cody, that day, you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right?
Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move.
Order. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the only one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order. So the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning, thus he obviously knew about Willpower's foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio One already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? No. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. She didn't see him, she just assumed. Mr. Jack Hammer. And he was at the same table as Will. He's the only one who could have... Well, no, the assistant... The assistant still could have done it, but... However, no one saw him going to the studio, nor was there ever a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victims do such a thing? I don't know.
I get it. Thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit. Pops.
Huh? Me? What?
Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera.
What? Show us, quick.
No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that.
Now.
Here, this is it.
Yeah, the amount of photos did seem weird. Well, looking at this, it's a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright?
I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence.
I'm sorry. This doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back.
Wait, Phoenix. Mia? What? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial.
What?
Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please?
Certainly. I don't see why not.
Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know him in that photo. I don't see anyone else in the photo. Yeah, I don't see anyone there. The spear does look typed up, sort of. I mean, if you want to say those few pixels.
But I guess it's smaller on y'all's screen since I've got that part minimized. But I also don't see anyone else there. I'll see if it's the spear. Oh, right, I gotta click on it. No. I think it's here. No, it's not there.
It's because I'm not confident about it at all.
Yes, please. Yeah, let's see. Okay, that wasn't it.
Mia, please, I need your help.
Let's see. The back doesn't appear to be done up. I think it's right here. The Steel Samurai? Yes, that's about the only thing in this picture that could be inconsistent. The Steel Samurai is inconsistent with something. A lot.
Did it say lot number 2? It did, didn't it?
Mr. Wright, please rethink your position.
Yeah, that says 2. Your Honor, look at this.
Thank you, Grumble. I see a gate.
Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate?
The number? Oh yes, well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1.
Your Honor, correct? I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at.
But that's impossible. Hey, what's all this about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court.
I'll use a studio guide map.
I don't get it. Please explain the joke.
The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on the gate in that photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. It is down here. Here, at Studio 2.
I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo.
Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The trailer is there, the path was blocked, no filming is done there.
And it's all true. Still no longer used.
Why?
I mean, You know, why would the Steel Samurai be heading to Trailer 2 in the first place? Stepping away, Your Honor. Yeah. Oh, the trailer's there. But the path being blocked. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. The path to the trailer was blocked, so we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. And there was the bent flowers, the flower fence. Order? Order. The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the old security guard... Okay, it hiccuped for a sec. The person that the security guard, Miss Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim Jack Hammer stole the costume. I have the sleeping pill bottle. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Oh, they're so surprised suddenly, I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes, but there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Test Powers' blood, fingerprint the bottle. An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. Well, I don't think you've been using gloves, so I think it's kinda late for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. Suppose you're right. Very well, the court will take possession of the bottle. Don't you fudge the details, Edgeworth. No, you can have that power. This court will suspend proceeding on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai seen by Miss Oldbag, may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit the murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal a Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him, and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth? You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well, court is adjourned. Wow, 3-day trials. It's just freaking lightning fast. Phew. That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Of course, we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Uh-oh. Mobius is dropping out. Well, I mean, it's as good a time as any for it to drop out, considering that, you know, we're in the break time. Is it back? And it seems to be dropping frames, but I don't know if that's just me. Can anyone confirm if it's back? Okay. Wonderful world of my internet. But I mean, it's good time as any for it to drop out. Like right here at the end of the day. Right, thanks. To be continued. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised it's held up so well these last couple nights. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad I missed it. I'm sorry. Or too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Maya? So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow. Good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. But we've no time to waste. I don't get it, Maya. I think she's gotten a bit better about it so that she does sort of remember. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the samurai costume? What? You Mr. Okay, so no, she doesn't remember, but she does know that she was possessed. What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Yes, Phoenix, she has been like this. It's like the day after we met. Yeah, no spoilers. Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? Can't see what's going on when Mia's in here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP. WP Powers, right. Yeah. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed them in there. It stopped looking so vulnerable, too. Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes, though there's not really anything I can do to help. Haha, I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez?
Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius.
Genius?
She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days.
Why's that?
Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow.
Rumors? Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Why is he so shit?
Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows their name, Salmonella.
Imagine they know that name for different reasons.
I hear she's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that.
He probably says how high, Raffle. I can imagine being at her beck and call. No, I can't imagine him jumping.
I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in the business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. Did he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global.
5 years ago? What happened 5 years ago?
Hey, look at this.
Have you seen this, Mr. Powers?
What's that? I've never seen these Steel Samurais in my life.
These are the Steel Samurais that appear at the live shows. A fanboy collected all the pictures himself.
Seeing things like this really makes me think. It means so much to these kids, you know?
5 years ago. Oh, you finally decided to stop talking.
The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think your guard's down.
Yeah?
I bet we can even eat those donuts in the guard station, if we wanted.
You eat, you die.
Ooh, she's alive.
I'm imagining that she got a talking to from either the producer or the director. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her, so she always gets her way. She seems bitter.
Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry.
Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director?
Sal, he's soft, a pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, and I think he likes it.
Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No. No, it doesn't, Maya. It's like Phoenix just glancing around really shadily. About Mr. Hammer.
Ah! I heard about what you said today. Cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stump on it, calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this.
Oh, she's really pissed this time.
You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible.
Hey, lady. Jesus.
We'll be going.
Away from you.
Goodbye.
Guess I'm not filming today either. I did want to see them filming, just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come and see them film later.
Guess.
This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if there's any other clues lying around.
Yeah! No touching! Eek.
Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you.
Didn't mean...
I almost had a heart attack. I guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on the table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. So, you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to sleeping pills, see? If there are traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. So there were sleeping pills on the plate. Looks like it. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I'd buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How do you feel bad for him? How is Edgeworth doing, anyway? Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room, and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow. Fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Ooh. Do I have anything to present him? Let's see. On our traces of sleeping pills and a large bone. It's looking like Will Powers was drugged. I'm gonna go back to the precinct to do some more detailed tests. You're being very free with your information today, Detective. Well, don't go telling anyone this, pal. But I was kind of impressed at today's trial, too. Most lawyers would have given up after that director's testimony. I think if it had been anyone else but you up there, Powers would be done for by now. Aw, Gumshoe likes us. Alright, let's check out the dressing room. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No! Why did no one decide to tell us that earlier? I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah. Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt. You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About five years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. Film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? Maya did say something about the romance movie. Summer Samurai or something like that. What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. No! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore.
What? Why?
I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand.
How could they just do that?
What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? Oh, it's storming like crazy outside. No wonder I'm having hiccups. It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow.
No! That can't be true! If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something!
Yeah. I think evidence, rather than words, is what's called for. Here, take a look at this. A kid's scrapbook. And this is... Fan collected all these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. 5 years ago. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer. And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back in the day. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Gotta talk to Oldbag. What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good.
Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer.
She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. 5 years ago. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago.
Who told? Who did you hear that from?
Phoenix, do not blab.
Nichols.
Nichols? Nichols. Penny Nichols. Penny Nichols. God damn it. That assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he?
Whippersnappers. Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that. And the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun?
No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers.
And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof?
Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Take that! I say as I'd punch the bottle into her face. Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills, with Mr. Hammer's fingerprint on it.
What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers?
Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
Well, yes. So?
This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on his plate. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? I'm tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag? You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worth, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the Mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. Photograph. Oh shit! Wait a sec. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Stadio 2? Hammer's supposed to fight with a bad guy on top of those stairs there. Push the other actor, and the man fell into the flower box fence. Damn. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. Were you the paparazzi? Like, did you start working here? Yeah, let me go to Studio 2. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on a Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. No, left. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Hey Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hello? Hi. H-E-L-L-O! Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder, and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh dear. She a new age person? Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it! Nick, she did it! She's the killer! My Fey blood speaks to me. I know it! I know it! Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Minella? If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Oh. Oh dear. Well, hey, how's this for something you can't ignore? You in this. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. I know who she's talking about. Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind? Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more, inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Okay, well, I'm gonna go inside the trailer. Actually, let me... First... some flowers here. That's... Okay, it's just the same as last time. Alright, inside the trailer. You came. Well then, what was it you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kid shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it? On purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh. Well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. Okay, so, yeah. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence, boys! Oh shit. Where were you guys hiding? Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should Dee Vasquez care about it at all? Well, she's in the picture. She probably shoved or helped shove. I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase them. Erase away. No! Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. Dee Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me, now. Gumshoe? Admire your gumption, but I think this is probably the wrong place for it. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Oh, okay, she's actually going. That's surprising. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry, I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. I'm just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just... I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. Who's at the bottom? Dee Vasquez. Storm's picking up, and so my allergies are starting to hit. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Truth seems a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez, I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. How Edgeworth just gets ruined by his witnesses. Very well, Mr. Vasquez. Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay.
Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, or with that monkey's head toppling over. I see. Okay, so they use the van to transport the body. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it.
Yeah, the trailer a little before me. Start the pressing game. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in at the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. Yeah. There was a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, right. At 2:30 we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. 15 minutes. And what were you doing? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. And it was a 15-minute break. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. Only, I kind of wish he'd said a little more. It's hard. Shoot. Somewhere. Okay. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please, stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. I like how Edgeworth got built up to be this complete, utter asshole. And everyone has just been shitting on him. At 2:30, we took... Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. She committed murder during that break. She wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak. Proof that she didn't eat that steak. What evidence do I have? The 5-year-old photo of the sleeping bottle, the steak plate. And there's 2 bones on there. There are 2 bones on that steak plate. Yeah, that's why it was confusing me, because it's like, T-bone? That doesn't look like a T-bone. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate? This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at the table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? Well, Phoenix, if they ate the bone too. God, do you not? I think I know how. You ate the bone too! Okay, just 1 second. Gotta. You ate the bone too! Nick, are you sure? I mean, I love steak, but even I don't eat the bone. Hey, I don't eat it either. Mr. Wright, I too leave the bone. Can I try that again? Oh, that was good. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Picking on Salmonella. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. I'm sorry, I'm still tickled over. You ate the bone! Order? Are you saying... Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? You couldn't. I think you would have had a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Yeah, Powers was the only one who could use it. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as a murder weapon. It's broken. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order? Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence! I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Hey, I'm a maintenance guy. I use duct tape all the time. It's a lot flimsier than a lot of people give it credit for. Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? Yeah, I can tell you. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing on top of the stairs. Order? Order. If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying... Please don't share your snuff porn, Phoenix. What happened 5 years ago has happened again. Oh. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had done himself 5 years ago. But whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Ho ho. Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you in my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? Yet, and in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? Or how could I have disposed of the body? The van. The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Good Jack Hammer had been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume. There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Very well, Mr. Wright. How could she have dealt with the body? She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than her own hands? For instance... Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Well... a van. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal that afternoon afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal Manella who drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course Sal Manella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. She had the erasers with her. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They had probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun. I win? What? So what happens next? Me? Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean... G. Vasquez, so it was you! You killed Jack Hammer. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle? You proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? What? Ah, you lady. Order? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course it's as the witness says. Certainly. It does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? Testify again. I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn! Come so far only to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Edgeworth? Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see. Very well. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, Indeed. Verily, I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick! Why did Edgeworth...
Who knows? You probably realized she did it too.
But... wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that?
Edgeworth. What is Edgeworth on about? I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right. Why did you ask to be left out? But I'll go through the whole thing, just in case. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 o'clock for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manila arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. No. Better leave this one be. She'd see through anything I had to throw at her anyway. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us. Yet you expect me to be calm. You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Okay, they're amping it up. They're making it so I can't just find brute force and find the one pressable thing. But I'm pretty sure I know which one it is. I'm just making my way through. What was everyone else doing at that time? And no one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then silence. Dead silence. Oh, we're doing this again. Silent.
Hey Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up.
He's quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it. You just said everyone was quiet. Old bag, security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going toward the studio. Right. Steel Samurai. Well, that part's true. I'll hold back, I think. Tracy's already anticipated anything I could throw at her. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seemed that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that, since we were in the meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you? Covered it up for you? Must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. Hey, you didn't let me press on that. Why did she need the script in the first place? Script in your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. I guess not. What made them valuable? Like, I mean, yeah, it's an episode script, so yeah, but... Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could have think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess. Very well. Miss Vasquez, please continue. Edgeworth! Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Edgeworth, are we both playing the defensive here? Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Yeah, that was the point I was trying to make, but Phoenix didn't go there. Order. Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Dude, it's literally in your job description. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstand me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well. The witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left him behind. No, you weren't at the scene. You didn't know about the injury. Only the director did. The director, Hammer. Wait, Hammer was injured? No, Hammer wasn't injured. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal, the director. You have to find something to peg this on here. Well, everything we've done till now has been wasted. I believe in you, Beckman. Hammer didn't have the injury. Powers did. Script trailer. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes. Yeah, Hammer was not injured. How do I say that Hammer was the one who was fine? Max autopsy report? No. What do you think about the? No, that's not it. No, she's saying Hammer was injured, but that's not right. It's Power who was injured. Couldn't do any action scenes, so I left him behind. But, no. Spear? You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Dude, you know about this. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in the photo, but that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. You would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez? You saw Hammer limping. Oh, actually, you didn't hear anything. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah. And when was he doing this? Well, it would have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order, order. I will have order. Witness? Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Yeah? Okay. I have proof and I'll show it to you. Just give me 1 sec. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in the murder. The 5-year-old photo. Look, she's in the photo. This is my proof. This is the photo from before? This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was the constant source of shame for the ex-star. 1 moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. Okay. Allow me to present the court evidence proving murder. The photo again, because she's in it. This is my proof. And this tells us why Miss Vasquez wanted to kill Mr. Hammer? I'd say all it proves is that the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles. Mr. Wright, the court requests that you find your marbles immediately. And I'm afraid I'll have to penalize you. Okay, that wasn't it. Think this one through, please. Let me take a look at that. So, we got the autopsy, the photo, half the glory, monkey's head, spear, coyote's camera. Yeah, the photo is all it could be. everything else doesn't fit. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that, no? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs, in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Oh, I'm sure that was expensive. So, you did do it, didn't you? Yes, I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance! There's blood everywhere! We're too late! Ah! Miss Vasquez! What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Manuel! Oh... Was he her brother? Or her husband? Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No! No! How could this... It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No! Manuel! Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez! No! Please, please don't die. Please. So... She was blackmailing out of revenge. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. She seems pretty calm about this. Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dee Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Hooray! That is all. The court is adjourned. Okay, that tied up a lot more neatly than I thought it was. I figured I was in for at least like another half hour of back and forth, but I guess not. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... you're popular. It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once. He was reduced to acting in a kids' show, and as the villain to boot. The kids love the Steel Samurai, so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. Hey, Azora. You just missed the court case, and I'm actually about to stop for the night, so probably bad timing on that raid. But hi. Congratulations, WP. Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and Wasn't it burned up? Is something wrong? No, of course not. Ah! Nick! Edgeworth! Oh, hello, hawkish guy? Say something, Wright. I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Oh my. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of unnecessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's why I came here to tell you. Oh. Mr. Wright? Is this guy your friend? What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals. Right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick. Tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? And so the curtain closes on another trial. I was quite disturbed by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids' shows again. It's Pink Princess. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're gonna watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kinda surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. Wait, is he playing the princess? Because that's a hell of a thing. And that's Turnabout Samurai done. Turnabout goodbyes. Alright. It is bedtime for me. But got through that entire case. So, hope y'all had fun. Gonna start up again, 7 p.m. EST tomorrow. Best I can, assuming I'm not busy with something else. So yeah. Good night.